All right, part 13. And I don't think this is going to be the last part. I think there'll be another part. So we're not going to be finished on that unlucky number. I'm not superstitious, but I'm aware people are. Right, where were we? We were going to turn this into a mesh because at the moment, this text, if we press tab, it's not, there's no physical geometry at the moment. We can't edit any of these vertices or anything because there's nothing there. We need to convert this into a mesh. So I'm pretty happy with that. We should actually bevel. I didn't do it in the original, but under bevel, just shift click, just add a little, so it's not so harsh. I think there's too many steps. So I'm going to take the resolution down to 2 because I want it quite hard. And if you, what's the name of this material? So we'll call this rock or concrete or something. All right. As you see, it does an awful thing with the text. So if we select the text and then object, and we get convert to mesh, tick that, and then we get this mesh with hideous topology. You would never want this triangle, 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 square, square, square. Lots of it's hideous, but it doesn't matter for what we're doing. We just need it so that we can unwrap it. So if we press A and then U, and then we'll try cube projection. Yeah, did the job. Did the job nicely. If we go into viewport render, we can clearly see. But I'm gonna take that back to Y, just move it back on the Y so it's more of a emboss than jutting out. Okay. While we're there, let's set up the camera. So if you click the camera icon, it should do something like that. And if you remember, click on camera, just in case we need to change options, and then shift apostrophe, and then I'm gonna WSAD it. And I want to look, if I remember, I was looking from above, a bit further back, bring it up with E. I want that chimney. There was a reason we got that chimney, y'all. There, that'll do. So, as you see here, I'm just looking slightly underneath and up. And we will select this. I'm going into top view 7, but proper top view. Proper top view, bruv. Proper top view. I'm going to bring that real close. And I'm going to rotate it like that. No. Yeah, and then I'm just going to, in the window, just rotate it slightly so it's a bit skewy. That'll do. Let's have a butcher's. How's it look for the camera? Right, let's clear the outer areas. Okay, let me, yeah, that frame is terrible. So I'm just going to select this, press GZ and move it down. And then if we select the camera and then just do our shift apostrophe Q, because I want a bit more of that house in. Maybe I get closer. Yeah, I just want to get a bit more of the house. Not that it's beautiful to look at, but I'm just going to bring my my thing a little closer. Gravestone. Okay, that's set up. And while we're in the camera, we want some depth of field. So if you tick the camera, and then here you've got depth of field. If you tick that, and then the focus object is going to be, well, we'll choose specifically the text because it's a little bit closer to the camera than that. So if you click this thing, drop up, and then it now knows that is the focus object. So f-stop. Most cameras can go down to 1.4, but it doesn't give me the desired effect. And I tried to follow scale. This is one thing that I'm not 100% clear on, because every time I do this, even if I followed scale, my f-stop has to go down to like 0.4, which is just, that doesn't exist. But it does give me a bit of bokeh, as I call it, maybe 0.3. The lower this number, the more bokeh you're going to get. Okay, so that's set up for that. Now, what we want is the trees. And 5 minutes, perfect. If you go into, this is another add-on I should have mentioned. So back into your edit preferences, back over to add-ons, and then type in search sapling. And then tick that box, add curve, sapling tree gen. Tick. And then when you press Shift A, under curve, you'll have sapling tree gen. But before we do this, this will make sense. Well, no, it doesn't make sense to me. Just add a plane, any old plane, mesh plane, just drag it anywhere in the window. Up here will do. And then press the solo button. And now it displays the right key. Weird. So we've just soloed that plane, that's it. And now if we Shift A, curve, sapling tree gen, where is it? There it is. We can now see it. If we hadn't have soloed that plane and just added a tree, it would have been slap bang in the middle of the scene and the building. I don't know why. The position of this doesn't matter to sapling. It's always going to be dead center of the screen. So in order to see it fully, you've got to solo it with something. And that's something we can now delete. No, we can't. Damn, I messed up. Okay. I'll explain. So go back to when you got this plane. Press solo, and let's add ourselves another tree. Shift A, curve, sapling tree gen. Now don't do a damn thing. You can zoom, but don't touch anything. What happens is, when you add a tree down here, you've got this little box, sapling add tree. If you click that, you've got a lot of options. This honestly is an incredible add-on. I built a lot of trees for one of my shader packs. Over 100, just different types. You can pretty much get any tree you want using all of these controls. There are limitations, and they can get system heavy. But this is what we got. And the reason I was saying don't do anything, don't click apart from this. If I now click anywhere on any other object, if I try and select that and delete it, if I just click off this disappears, the tree's stuck. That to me, I don't see why that should be a thing. I think you should still be able to edit it, should still have the controls, but trust me, if you click off, you will lose all of this. Many a times have I added a tree, gone through it, 20 minutes, clicked off without realizing it, bye-bye tree. So, yeah, we do this. You can also save it, but we're just going to do a couple of things with this tree. I think first we will, under branch splitting, I just want, under base splits, I just want one. So it's only splitting at the base once. Split height, I'm fine. And then if you go to branch growth, and you've got curvature variation, and I think it's going to be the second box. Just rank that up, and then maybe rank up the first box as well. We're just adding some nastiness to it. That's done nothing. Oh, there we go. But what's useful with this is it's about experimentation. As you can see, I'm just pressing. I'm going through boxes and just moving them. But what we do want is that kind of, as I say, that crazy curvature, and bring them down as well. Just lots of weird angles. We can even just really crank that up. I want a nasty looking tree. Crank it up, look at that. That's nasty. That's fine, I'm happy with that. You can save this under geometry. You've got under here, load preset. No, type a name and then export. So you type a name for it, we'll just call it horror tree, I don't know. Enter, and then export preset, and then it will be in this list. There it is, horror tree. We don't need to do that. 9 minutes, perfect. If you press the solo key again, unsolo it, and then GY, let's bring it out. Let's just scale it up. Cool. GX, let's move it out of the way. 9 minutes, sweet, 9:52. Okay, so we got our first tree. We'll come back in the next one, make another tree, quick texture, add some volumetrics, maybe another 2 parts and we're done. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Fare thee well.